If you use English a lot but freeze when it's time to speak up in high pressure moments, then this is for you. Maybe it's when you have to communicate something important to the big boss, or you need to meet new people and introduce yourself well. Perhaps you overthink or feel really anxious or just completely forget what you were going to say. Here's what not many people talk about. At the advanced level, just learning more English is not necessarily going to improve your confidence, because confidence is a feeling. As high performance coach Brendon Burchard describes it, it's the feeling of feeling willing, worthy, and capable, even when it's awkward and messy. And that feeling doesn't come from studying, from input. It really comes from output, from speaking repetition, because speaking is a habit, and that confidence comes from doing the speaking, not just thinking about it. Flexibility in moments of high pressure really comes from practice in moments of low pressure. So once you understand that, you can really reflect more powerfully on why you've been stuck and allow yourself the opportunity to break through. This is the work that I do with professionals all over the world. And I really do like to focus on the fact that if you only speak in those high pressure moments, then you're really asking yourself to show up and perform without any training. Think about it in the context of a marathon. You wouldn't expect your body to be able to show up and perform a marathon without consistent training. And in the same way, it's kind of unfair to expect yourself to show up in those big professional moments without working on the training and flexibility in low pressure moments. A goal such as I want to speak more English is kind of vague and probably will lead to being demotivated quite quickly. If you focus on goals and habits that are going to shift your identity, that can be much, much more powerful. So to give you an example, instead of the goal, I want to speak more English, you had an identity-based goal or vision, shall we say, something along the lines of, I am the kind of professional that can speak up clearly in a meeting. That's a very powerful shift. Your brain is naturally going to start thinking, okay, well, what would someone who speaks up well in a meeting do? How would they have got there? What do I need to do? It's much more clear and motivating. This is what I call your North Star habit. It connects you to the kind of speaker that you want to be, and it helps you really put in place the habits that will, keep you moving forward. So day one of my 3-day challenge is based on learning about the North Star habit and finding out what yours is. But the next issue that people come up against is, okay, so I want to have this daily speaking practice. What do I actually say? That's what we focus on in day 2. And I give you some just really simple examples. One that I like to share is describe what you have done today. That seems almost too simple, but there's a multitude of different ways that you could approach that. What did you do or not do? What were you surprised you had to do? If you focus on answering that with a clear beginning, middle, and end, you're practicing in a low pressure way, kind of flexibility that will allow you to be the kind of professional that can express your ideas clearly in meetings. So once you've set your identity, you have a good idea of some practices that you could implement daily. The last piece to making a speaking habit that really sticks is to honor the need for reflection and community. If you don't reflect on what's working, then it's really easy to get lost and to not acknowledge the small wins that keep you going. And if you try to do it alone, it's also easy to lose motivation. It's important to not be alone and to not think that you're the only one that's nervous about speaking up. When you see others showing up, even when they feel awkward, even when it's difficult, then it's easier for you to keep going as well. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye for now.